Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to the clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video, even though my heart is still healing. Oh my goodness, why England? England, why would you do this to us? Why would you have us on the edges of our seats? Guys, I'm left with no nails because I was biting them throughout the game. It was a close call. This is close. I was like, England, are you going to pay revenge for what we did to you in 2019? And then South Africa was like, why do you think we are the most feared rugby team in the world? Who is coming back with the cup? Yes, we are bringing it back home. Iyabuya. I wish I was wearing my t-shirt. Anyway, guys, let's get into the video. Before I get into the video, please, you guys, let's continue doing what we are doing best to grow this channel by smashing the like button. And if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing and be part of the clan and become an honorable member. So, without further ado, let's get into the self-appointed experts comments, because you guys have been commenting after the live stream that we had yesterday. Of course, today's Sunday. You guys are going to see the video tomorrow. And my heart is still recovering. Oh my goodness. Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game South Africa versus England? They almost finished us. The semi-final. No, let's not talk about it. Let's get into the comments of the live stream that we had. That was an interesting one. I rewatched it myself and I was like, yeah, the clan have brainy people. I'm very glad about that. So let's start with Maza. Maza Ndlovu says Mngomezulu is still young. He is a new generation. That's why he is using new democratic constitution. Unlike these old generation madalas, Baloyi and his friend Ratata Lamakehla are still bullying and abusing us South Africans by using old issues of Jan van Riebeeck. Ooh, you went in with both your hands, your toes, and everything. Well, to be honest, or from what I understand, is that precedences need to be used that persuade judges to make or to come to a conclusion. Sometimes they are going to quote from an old case that took place some years ago, and then they'll make a decision on the basis that there is actually a precedent that is going to allow the judge to make a similar decision as that past one. But it's how Rata was using it. He was just, I agree with you. He was very much abusive. Instead of using new case laws, or maybe because we live in a democracy and in the 21st century, you can't tell me that there are no precedences that were made regarding a certain issue in the 21st century. Unless then there is none, then you can go back and quote from that and get influenced by it. You know, I don't know. Then we have Maria. Maria says, Clantis, I heard Baloyi is pledging that all chat groups about the case of Senzo Meyiwa court case be closed. What in the constitutional democracy are you telling me, Maria? Let's continue. Be ready to arm yourself with what the Constitution is saying about freedom of Girl, you don't have to even go far. I have the Constitution right here. The Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. If this is true, clearly, he's a dictator. Now, let's read section 16 of the Constitution right here. Section 16 of the Constitution, subsection 1 says, everyone has the right to freedom of expression, which includes, now let me show you why Advocate Baloyi will not win this one. Even if he went to the highest court in the land, he is not going to win this one on the basis. Before I even outline what these includes, let's go to the Bill of Rights. The very beginning of chapter 2, which is also known as the Bill of Rights, it says, the Bill of Rights, it says, section 7, subsection 1, this Bill of Rights is a cornerstone of democracy in South Africa. It enshrines the rights of all people in our country and affirms the democratic values of human dignity, equality, and freedom. Subsection 2 of 7 says the state must respect. Baloyi is a state, or he's the state. I will repeat. This is section 7, subsection 2. The state must respect, protect, promote, and fulfill the rights in the Bill of Rights. Now, let's go to section 16 of the Constitution. As I was saying, let me repeat it. Section 16 of the Constitution, which is freedom of expression, right? It says, subsection 1, everyone has the right to freedom of expression, which includes A, freedom of the press and other media. YouTube is other media. The people that created the Constitution, they had foresight. We, part of other media, the YouTubers, the TikTokers, or whoever is discussing this case, that also includes Twitter and other platforms where this case is being discussed. B says freedom to receive or impart information or ideas. We watching the case, we are imparting information to the public that may otherwise not have the time to be watching the case or might not even understand what exactly is going on in the Senzo Meyiwa case, especially the trial. Then we come in as YouTubers who are other media who have that right according to the Constitution to do what? To impart that information. C, freedom of artistic creativity. Shall I go on? Because YouTube, it is all about creating. As a matter of fact, when YouTube sends us communications, it doesn't say, Dear Clantis Dumakude, it says, Dear Creator. We are creators as YouTubers. Here, it's in the Constitution. C, freedom of artistic creativity. And D, academic freedom and freedom of scientific research. I believe that at some point there are law students that watch our content. Maybe, yes, we are not law lecturers, lawyers, judges, and any legal expert, but at least as law student would, for example, with the Constitution, that if somebody is infringing on our freedom of expression, this is part of their own academic benefit. So what is Baloyi talking about? This right here, he can never override it. This also goes to the malls. You know, malls, I need to create a video about malls and forbidding YouTubers from vlogging or filming in malls. The Constitution in section 16, as you guys have already read it, they do not have the right to say you are not allowed to film. On the basis of what? If they are worried about something that YouTubers are doing, they should go to the Constitutional Court and lodge some kind of an application so that the court can give them permission to stop us from vlogging or from filming in malls, because malls are part and parcel of public spaces. So there is no way that malls can say, no, you are not allowed to film here. On what grounds? Oh, this is the policy of the mall. Overriding the Constitution of the country? No. I film. When you tell me, you rather take me to jail, and then so that I get to the court, and then I will quote the Constitution and sue the pants out of that mall. Try me. But anyways, guys, no, I'm sorry, Maria. If this is true, Baloyi has already lost this one. He's not going to win. He's not going to win. Even if he goes to the Constitutional Court, he is not going to win. There is no way you can limit this particular part of our freedom of expression. We are not, because if you go on section 16, when it limits itself, section 16 does limit itself in subsection 2. It says, the right in subsection 1 does not extend to, and then it lists A, propaganda for war. 2, B, incitement of imminent violence, or C, advocacy of hatred that is based on race, ethnicity, gender, or religion, and that constitutes incitement to cause harm. There. Who are we harming? Who are we infringing on their rights to ethnicity, gender, religion, and race when we are doing this? Where are we encouraging or inciting imminent violence? Where are we inciting propaganda for war? We are not doing that. All we are doing is using our noggins and watching this particular case, and then we make comments. Comments are part and parcel of freedom of expression. This channel is a commentary channel, and therefore he cannot take away that right from me. I will fight him tooth and nail. Maria continues to say, my question is, Sibiya and Ntanzi allegedly made confession statements, but the method is different. Ntanzi, there's an audio and written, while Sibiya, there's only a written statement and no lawyer. Why? Geninda used Mefro Ikronier to defeat the ends of justice. Let the lawyers quote acts on kidnapping of Ntanzi. I agree on this one, because if you think about it, okay. Because if you think about it, it took them how long before they charged Ntanzi, before they took him to court for the first time? Think about it. Almost 3 months, or even beyond 3 months, he's been incarcerated. Isn't that tantamount to kidnapping? I agree with you, Maria, there. It's tantamount to kidnapping. And then Maza says, how can you trust Baloyi because he is a big poison to South Africans, including Meyiwa's family? He is the one with all tricks, including my lord. You know what? To be honest a little bit, Baloyi needs to be what Baloyi is, because he's a prosecutor. Prosecutors, their job is to ensure that the people that stand accused for a crime, innocent or not, is to prosecute them and get a conviction or secure a conviction. So that is why he's acting the way he is. And sometimes I do want to say, you know what, as a prosecutor, he's correct in what he's doing, but the way he is conducting his prosecution is questionable to me, especially now knowing that this case died a long time ago. Why are you continuing? Why are you pressing on? What's the agenda? So that is where now I kind of like shifted away from how prosecutors behave anyway in court. This one is sneaky. He ambushes. I think there's some kind of unethicalness that Baloyi is also partaking during this particular case. Maria says Geninda was the 5th person allegedly. Yeah, that's what I also heard, that he may have been the 5th person, because of course he needs to make sure that both Ntanzi as well as Cronier, they deliver. Otherwise, you know. Charlotte says it was beautiful to listen to you guys. Thanks. No, thank you so much for watching the replay. I appreciate that, Charlotte. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's continue. Ooh, England. England. I don't have nails left. I've been biting all of them. England. Judith Keller is laughing. I'm not quite sure what's funny, but Judith is laughing. And then we have Charlotte. They must not forget to add Zungu in the 375 docket. That 375 docket is going to sing like a canary. I hope so. Charlotte says, I think you are right. She might have left some nuggets for it to get investigated. That was a clever move on her side. But why was she aggressive though? I think she was just playing to those people that may have threatened her. I don't know. That is, if indeed she felt threatened and scared. So she still needs to continue with the charade so they can believe that indeed she's still on their side. I think that's why she was aggressive in court. I don't know. These are just speculations. Shai says, thanks for the update, clan leader. You are super duper. Thank you so much for laughing. And then we have Anita. Anita says, his case will blow up in people's eyes. I'm not quite sure what the dome is about, but I get what you are saying right there, Anita. And then Tilly. I used to have a classmate by the name of Tilly. Tilly, I think it's good to confine yourself to what you know well, because you will observe when a person says you must listen when people talk. When at that very moment, that person is not listening to what is being said by the other person. When he even expresses anger by throwing hands in the air, you know what that means. I mean, people converse differently. With me, you guys have seen me on my channel. I cannot speak without using my hands. My hands fly in the air. If that is distracting to you, sorry, that's just who I am. That's how I remember my points. That's how I express myself in my hands, my facial expressions, as well as my body language as well. Some people, they find it distracting, but that is how I am. That's how I remember things, because I do write scripts. I do write scripts for everything. When you see my videos, guys, all this is something that I had to memorize before I sat down and then I filmed a video. And then you think all of this is coming from my head. No, it's not. It's written down in a script. So, and then when I speak, in order for me to remember, you'll see my hands flying all over the air. You know? The Great Awakening says, African Ngome Zulu equals pit bull. Okay. Okay. I like how you guys give these, what they call these people names, but I'm not going to participate in that. Especially the ones that I find they're a little bit derogatory. No, I'm not coming. Ngamzo says, Daka Daka, turn down the tables. Finally, we are going somewhere now. Oh, you mean Ubaloi? That's good. That's good. Indeed, we are going somewhere with this case. But I feel like we've always been. It's just that our other advocates, I still feel like they were asking magisterial type of questions, not at high court level. Probably that's why they lost favor in the judge, and now he just totally outright disrespected them thereafter. Happy says, Ngome Zulu stripped naked Cronier. It was beautiful to watch, I still say. And then Siabulela says, Mshololo needs to ask her about her qualifications because she might be unqualified magistrate. That would be scandalous. That would be scandalous. And all her cases will have to be subject to review. Happy says, I salute Ngome Zulu. Salute Ngome Zulu. But then again, we must also give credit where credit is due. Steve Ramos Sipili, for taking that decision. Man, that was beautiful that he brought us Ngome Zulu, advocate Ngome Zulu in the end. Non-Clantis says, if I may ask, how come did the police choose Ntanzi out of all South Africans? Hey, this is a moment where they say that's happened. You know that say in Zulu. I don't know how to translate it in English. Basically, it just simply means that you might wake up one day, find yourself in a police cell, probably even in prison, convicted for a crime you never committed, and you don't even know who the hell the person that did this crime. So that basically that say means in isiZulu. Mercy says, what is the meaning of ngeke? It means never in Zulu, like never. Biala says, yes, 11,000 clan, the clan nation up, the reality house. Let us celebrate in the house. Yes. Thank you so much for celebrating the 11,000, which is great. I love it. Welcome to everybody that is new on this channel. You have the right to express yourself freely according to the Constitution, as you have seen me read section 16 of the Constitution and the subsection, and nobody can stop us from making our own opinion, our self-appointed expertise, even though we have no qualifications whatsoever. But this qualifies us. Lerato says, how I wish we get registration from SCE to study law. We need more Ngome Zulus. Clantis and Noni, you can do it, yay. Thanks for the faith. Thanks for the faith you're having in us. It's a little bit funny because yesterday we were like, yeah, they need to give us our law degree because Mina, I'm ready. No, we still have to go through law school. Millionaire says, hi, Clan, keep the good work up. I think those of us who experience the pains of apartheid can tell that Vivian is a racist magistrate. It's so sad that our cops are still teaming up with racist magistrates to pin down our black brothers and sisters. I personally don't think she was threatened. She enjoyed putting her knee on the black Ntanzi. How can a normal person think that someone who was not allowed to bathe for 8 days could be free and willing? That alone is emotional blackmail. Woo! That was a mouthful. And then Siabulela says, I couldn't have said it better more, especially with the racism. There's a chance. We don't know. I cannot speak for her. I do not know her to actually be absolute about her behavior when it came to Ntanzi. Chances are we could be on the other side of the spectrum when in fact she was trying to make sure that Ntanzi is freed from this nonsense. We don't know. Absolutely don't know. You could be right. I could be wrong. And, we don't know. Kai Kai says, remember the judge is a buccaneer. Oh no, 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 no. If you are a buccaneer, I distance myself from this comment. I distance myself from this comment. If you're a buccaneer, we don't talk like that here. We don't talk politics and we don't talk soccer politics either on this channel. I apologize that I have read that. I did not see it, so I'm just reading all the comments. I get that it's your freedom of expression, but I also do not want to pollute, polarize the channel with soccer politics. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It's just like with politics. We are not going to talk about politics. There was somebody that actually tried to campaign for another political party, and I asked them to delete that comment because my channel is not going to be polarized by politics or any talk around politics. So please, let's respect that. Thank you. So again, I distance the channel from that comment. Lerato says, it is good that Ramusipili, after being backstabbed by Baloyi, went to get the big man. My nephew also went through hell, go Foslora's court. Oh, his lawyer went to an advocate from Pretoria, then they started behaving in court. Oh, so when they bring a big gun, they behave themselves. I don't know what he was going through, but it sounds like you guys were traumatized by that court. Nomvula says, the issue of magistrate introducing herself as the magistrate, here I think the advocate was trying to demonstrate that the performer itself has inducing and promising elements. Advocate said that he was surprised that the magistrate who has done so many confessions can't see the element of inducement in the line that says, I'm the magistrate. I'm the magistrate. It was all about how the performer is written. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that could actually mess up with your mind. It could either mess up with your mind in a comfortable place or in a more threatened place. Like, oh, because the person says they're a magistrate, let me just tell them the truth that, you know what, all of this I didn't do. I'm brought here by force. Or it could be intimidating to him that, okay, you have possibly Kininda standing there as the fifth person. You got two police officers outside, and the threat is just got even more by the lady introducing herself as a magistrate. So could be absolutely anything at this point. Mr. Mushatane says, good work, my man. Thank you so much. I hope I did not butcher your surname. I apologize if I did. If you are new here, hi, I'm a coconut. No, seriously, I am. First generation. Nontlata says, please don't read Zulu for... Let me compose myself. Thank you for making me laugh and forget about the rugby game last night between South Africa and England, because I'm still reeling from it. Okay, Nontango says, please don't read Zulu for us. Just stay with English. This is our language and we're proud of it. Thanks for the information anyway. Well, I'm Zulu too, by the way. And if you don't know why I read Zulu the way I do, I've been saying this so many times. I never did Zulu at school. I went to an all-white school. The only languages that I learned there was English and Afrikaans. It's only after I was done with high school and started working, only I came across, now I had to learn how to read and write Zulu. So that's why I'm terrible at it. So it's not like I'm mocking Zulu. I'm a Zulu. I'm Zulu Paka. Well, from KZN. I spoke Zulu with my mom, but I did not in my greater spectrum of life. Okay, Gina says, iyabhodloka iTitanic khona izosala eqweni. Oh. I get it, the Titanic and the iceberg. Yeah, definitely the state's case, it has hit. In fact, it has sunk a long time ago okay, never mind. Kaki says the missus was even scared of Ngomezulu moving his hand. Bethuna, yintoni ngolumlungu kazi. Oh, now I see why you were laughing. Yeah, she really felt the heat. She cracked. That's what I'm saying. She cracked. Or says, now I believe that the resolution of this case is ready for sentencing of these accused. Well, they didn't see this one coming. No, they did not see Ngomezulu coming at all. That resolution has it's flung through the window. It's done. They just need to just give up. Peggy Sibia says, but the big question is, if Ntanzi was arrested in June 16, then why was he not brought before court within 48 hours so that he would be officially charged? He went through confession process whilst on an unlawful arrest, which is very, very, very. This is a very good question that it boggles the mind. Like, okay, I'm still a little bit confused on this one. Tandy says, who knows what they were doing to Ntanzi and where? In my opinion, he was crying out for help when he said he would like to bathe. He would like to bathe. He hadn't bathed for 8 days, and to make a call and speak to his son and change of clothes. Probably he wanted to say his last goodbye to his son and family because he's being tortured for days and nights by heavily armed policemen. This racist with her experience couldn't read between the lines. It will be interesting to hear from the police themselves. Where did they get it from that you detain a South African citizen without charging them within 48 hours and brought before a court with those charges? What were they afraid of from the magistrate or the court? Because, of course, when you charge a person, bring them to the magistrate's court, then there will be that process that we've been watching with Thabo Bester and Nandipha Makutumana. And then possibly the evidence itself would speak to the magistrate, and the magistrate would look and say, hey, listen, state, do you even have a case here? And then they might strike the whole entire case off the roll. Maybe they don't want to jeopardize their double jeopardy. That once it goes to court and then he's acquitted, they'll never get him again. So let's kidnap him and keep him in prison for over 100 days. It makes absolute no sense to me. Pedro says, so agree with your take on this, but I think Mrs. Cronje, another chessboard piece, might also scared. And she might not even know soccer or who Senzo was. Wow, did enjoy your podcast tonight. So love the debating. Thank you. It was great. I enjoyed it myself as well. We must remember Ntanzi has never been in trouble before with SAPS. He must have been so terrified not to play along after 8 days being locked up. We do not even know where and how. That's the thing. If you are a first-time offender and you do not know all these rights, and probably, of course, you are fearful, terrified of everything that is happening, and probably somebody said, if you just tell the truth, you only spend like 2 years in prison and the rest you'll spend it outside. We don't know. And that is why maybe he ended up saying, okay, if that's the case, then let me take the deal. But I don't think all of that happened. He did not say yes to anything they offered him. I don't believe he did. Muna says, we are serving a living God. Amen to that, Muna. Bravo to the defense team, extra miles. All we want is justice in the case and all over. Yeah, we want justice for Senzo Meyiwa. That's all that we are seeking for. And if this is true, that Baloyi is trying to get us to not to make commentary on this case, good luck to him, though. Pedro says, Judge was so nervous and long-winded on his ruling. Do wonder why. Going against the states? He can never. And he did actually. And the new assertive advocate, keep this going. This trial is going somewhere now. I agree. Dumisani says, why do you look like Advocate Baloyi today, king of the clan? Your purpose has been served, because that's exactly what you wanted out of me, to laugh. Oh gosh, help me. Let's go on. Sandra says Ntanzi must open a kidnapping case against subs because they locked him for 8 days without taken to court. He didn't contact his family and not beg. Not only that 8 days, remember the first time he appeared in court was on the 27th of October 2020, being arrested on the 16th of June. And he was not charged in that 8 days, plus the other months that he spent in prison, in jail, without being charged. That's serious kidnapping right there. Whoever took this decision, woe to you. Steve Zigalala says, I now have a habit of liking Clantis videos before I watch them. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, Claire. Hello to you too, Steve. Thank you for that. I highly appreciate it. Mutleaupi says, you are not saying. I'm not quite sure if that is sarcasm for something else or somebody else or to me. I'm not quite sure. Because when somebody says that, that's sarcasm where I come from. And then we have Tandeka who says, Kororo, I like that. Yes, because on YouTube, we cannot use the actual word. Once I use that actual word, my video will get flagged by YouTube. So that's why we improvise the word. We say Kororo, Confinza. There's so many words that other YouTubers use. They're all hilarious. I call it Kororo. Sisana says, Cronje is one of the crooks. Whew. Well, time will tell. Lerato says, even the name of the lawyer is a scary Oh, you mean Mjiako? Sorry to them Mjiakos. They don't mean that. They don't mean that. It's just that our emotions are really, really high because everything that is transpiring in this case, it's all lies. It's all lies. Millicent says the professional bully was in a tight corner. Both were. Yeah, they know who they are. They both were pinned against a corner, a very tight one. Let's go to SA Aerobics Music DJ. In 2014, Mjako worked for crime intelligence. Red flag. Yeah. Wow. Imagine the conflict of interest there. I wonder where they got all these people from and what did they do in order for them to be roped in this crime, I believe. Princess says, I think Cronje was used unknowingly, so she just followed normal procedure. She didn't know the whole story about accused number 2, but whoever ordered her to take testimony knew everything, and that person need to come and testify as well. Ngome Zulu, Ngome Zulu, Ngome Zulu, and she's dancing. I love the clan. I love the clan. I love the clan. I love the clan. Pedro says, so agree. And then particularly says, hi clan, it has been dramatic week indeed. Oh, it was. And then I did see some people, they had their tongue on their lip. What? They had on their tongue because they were a little worried. I slept like a baby. Okay, babies, I know they cry during the night, but you know what I'm trying to say. Because I knew the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Yes, Baloi, our freedom of expression, can never take them away. And Section 16 of the Constitution, that is our fundamental constitutional rights here in South Africa. Luna says judge, and she laughs. Tandy says, hi Clantis and the self-appointed experts. The judge looked very nervous yesterday. Why did he apologize after reading the judgment? Did you hear that? Yes, that's why I was saying, oh my goodness, did you hear the judge using the word sorry? Like, I did not know he was even capable of saying sorry. He said sorry for that. I was confused. What was he sorry for? Because Advocate Ngome Zulu pointed out something to him that, in fact, this is the second time he said sorry. The last time he used an old precedent, and then Ngome Zulu said, back then there were no rights. Now we live in a democratic democratic constitution, but constitutional dispensation, he said. And that's when he said, yeah, okay, correct, sorry. I was like, you sorry? Wow. I wonder if it was Numalo or Mshololo said that, what he would have said. I think he would have argued with her. Sabino says they want Ntanzi to confess he killed Senzo when they say they will protect him. Yes, I don't know who's yes, I did. Yeah, whatever it's going on there, it's a little scary. As a South African citizen, this could actually happen to any of us. You could be going to work, going to the shop, doing whatever it is that you are doing. Next thing, police are all over you, and you are accused of killing a person you never met in your life before. Scary, scary. Sibanda says, about the phone, Ngumalo couldn't proceed because Ratata switched him off. Yeah, because Ratata knew that the state, number one, does not have the cell phones. That's my opinion. I don't think they have the cell phones. Where are they? If the Stains and them were... Okay, somebody says don't talk about Stain, is a liar. Tandy says, hey, Mr. Fingers, he ridiculed the defense so badly. He treated them like they have no substance and they are not professionals. Ngome Zulu beats him with his words by quoting Mandela and the law when he had no rights. He's put the arrogant 50 years experience in his rightful place. It's about time. I thank Ramusipili's wise move indeed. Let's not forget to pray for the defense, protection, and guidance from on high. Yeah. I would not be surprised to hear that there are cases being brought against Ngome Zulu. I would not be surprised at all. We are dealing with thugs here, I believe. Muna says the presence of Advocate Ngome Zulu destabilized him completely. Finally, we restored our hope for justice in the entire police activities. Love it. It's no more business as usual. Definitely. And then I think this is the end of the comments, the last three. Richard says, this Gininda like a virus surfaces everywhere. That is mentioned in every witness that's taken a stand. Manana says, yeah, Miss Cronje did those mistakes deliberately to throw the police under the bus. I hope so. I hope so, and I hope that the court took note, and maybe someday she might write a book and let us know exactly what transpired when she was asked to take those confessions. What did what's her name, Duplessis, say to her, and who said what to Duplessis as well? I just feel like whoever collected these people, he knew or she knew that they're gonna collect people who are questionable, people who may have committed misdemeanors or even worse crimes, but they were never caught, or maybe they were, and they have like pending cases against them. And so in order to get these cases disappear, you got to do this for us. That's how I feel. I must say that is it, but I just feel like that's what happened. Anyways, guys, I think this is it. Let me go continue recovering from last night's game. Oh gosh. Last night's game, guys. Last night's game. I'm still shaking. But anyways, guys, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody that's super thanking the channel. I highly appreciate you guys so very much. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what do you think about the comments under the self-appointed experts comments. And also share the video far and wide so that other people who are interested in the Senzo Meyiwa trial may find us. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to other YouTubers' channels. And I will see you next time in a new video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.